all of a sudden, I'm prepped and ready. I can unleash hell. Up to 5 explosive bolts. And if I were to play a bit less fair, I could easily just take this opportunity and plant the explosive bolts ahead of time. In fact, that would be the smart thing to do now that I know what's coming. But it does feel like cheating to an extent. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm going to replicate the circumstances I have found myself in originally. And then, knowing what I know, granted, I'm going to do better. Now, I should use the bit of time I have right now to come up with some sort of a plan how to do that. Now, if I were to be honest with myself and dishonest with my audience, the most obvious way to use all this would be to splice things neatly. And make it seamless or relatively seamless. So, to perform the final stealth kill and then splice the footage of the second attempt, as if nothing had happened, as if I had succeeded the first time around. But guess what? I didn't! I'm not gonna pretend I did, because I didn't.
I'm not going to hide that fact, but on the other hand, I am not going to insist to the detriment of everything else and to the enjoyment of watching this on showing every single bit of failure I have managed to squeeze out of this game.
There you are. You know what? I get the impression that if I can't really climb up there, that's fine. I should nail the guy anyway. Just tag him and then eliminate him. Well, how about I do that before I do the lady? Actually, let's do the lady first. Lady, I'm gonna do ya. So here's the plan. Let's make use of the fact that I can hop on across this. So face this, and bam, use button, you're across. I'm gonna hide on the other side of a pillar. She's going to have to take her sweet time getting down via the ladder. I'll use that precious time to hide myself. Yeah! Oh, down the ladder we go. Very slowly climb down. Oh. Where is he? Where did he... Can you actually find me? No. It wasn't a lady, but whatever. 300. Sparta. Well, that was nice, wasn't it? That was neatly performed, if I may say so myself, and I may.
Of course you may, it's your damn playthrough. Who's gonna stop you?
Shut up. Don't get excited. Out of ammo? We're gonna tag him with a single bullet from the pistol. Then he's gonna pursue me, then I'm gonna hide in the vent. I don't think he'll be able to climb up there, so he's gonna roam around. Hey there, buddy. Hop on down. And he's not gonna find me in the vent. No one ever does. They don't even go to this room. Well, actually they do. You false them, they kinda will make their way here. Where are you going, buddy?
Look, look, he's spinning. That's a good trick, right?
You know, spinning in circles was actually one of the worst things he could have been doing. If he's spinning in circles out there, I'm not gonna be able to nail him from behind because he keeps on switching where his behind is.
The irony of the situation is not lost on me. It's completely idiotic, and yet it's the perfect counter to what I'm doing.
Will you turn around? Yes, you will. That's two of them. Soon enough, I'll get rid of 3 out of 2. I initially planned on getting rid of 2, but hey, that guy up there on the ledge, he was a threat. He was a menace, I tell ya. He needed to go. Now this guy I will nail after he conveniently makes his way back. You know, Thanks for the pouch. Pouch 103. I know what I'm gonna do. And it's not particularly amazing, but in terms of controls... Let's disable the ability to quick turn. Ordinarily, if you press back and space, you can do a 180 immediately. But you know what? This ends up confusing me significantly more often than it helps. I have a metal pipe, I can use it for some crafting. Also some weapon parts. I might be able to put them to some good use. Or to some use at the very least. Either way, there's this guy. You get the locked icon, even though you're facing the other way. Into the vents we go. Back in he goes. There's so many of these columns. I could hypothetically place an explosive bolt here or there. So many options. So many of them. Either way, let's eliminate the final haunted, possibly craft the tiniest of bits more, and, well, Bob's your uncle, then we are on our way. To do what needs to be done. 6k! Surely there's something I can spend 6k of green gel on. Climbing down is long and arduous. I guess I need to climb on up, but I presumably ought not to climb down. Should just jump down. I think the sort of problem I'm trying to solve creates its own problem that's much worse, so the cure is worse than the illness. Here's what I have in mind. Even in survival situations, I have often enough trained myself not to just unload everything I have. And as a consequence of that, I often die. I'm saving up resources so much that I'm just dying with all those resources on me. That's stupid. Actually, this is the sort of thing that roguelike games are supposed to beat out of you. Because you keep on dying. Yeah, and the message you get immediately is, would you like to see your inventory? Would you like to get it identified? Here's what you had. Moron. Why didn't you use that? Here's a lot of healing. You know, you could have prevented your own death. Well, you're not so stingy. Have you learned anything from this process? Well, good luck next time. That sort of thing. Also, my heart rate is through the roof. Whew. Need to calm down. Need to chill out. All right. I do have a medkit. I do have 3 syringes. There are some bottles, but I'm not going to be able to extract these guys. I have all the bolts I can possibly desire. Nothing in the sniper rifle. I do have some ammo in the shotgun, also in my pistol. I should presumably mostly rely on whatever I can find. I should mostly rely on the bolts. Wait, what? So if you actually aim it, it's prepared like that. What if you switch types? It's also prepared, okay. But it has to turn 90 degrees before you can fire it ordinarily. So it's also something you have to do after reloading. I think that's one of the best ideas. Just deploy the smoke. And then headshot them or something along those lines. Get yourself to a safe spot and headshot them. Or possibly switch to explosives. Explosives are up next. How does it go? Harpoon, smoke, explosive, shock. Harpoon, smoke, explosive, shot.
Exit B2. Looks like there's a route. As long as it still exists.
No, the Morrow is fine from what we've heard.
Emergency lockdown procedures are currently in effect. Lockdown can be disengaged by tuning to the frequency on your communicator.
Might as well give it a try.
You know, there's a reason for the emergency lockdown. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go!
Emergency lockdown deactivated. Please wait for system reboot of each annex. Stand by. Recreation area emergency lockdown disengaged. Please wait while system reboots. Research wing emergency lockdown disengaged. Please wait while system reboots.
What? That's not what I've done. Oh, explosives. Ha! I wanted to smoke them. Oh no! No!
Security annex emergency lockdown disengaged. Please wait while system reboots.
Now listen, lady.
I hope that's it. Need to conserve ammo.
Shut up, Sebastian. Like you would know.
System reboot complete. Emergency lockdown fully disengaged.
Need to conserve ammo. Damn it, Sebastian. You have no idea what you're talking about, seriously. Conserve ammo. What have I been doing this entire playthrough? You don't even know. You lack perspective. Conserve ammo. This is the one time I needed to use some ammo. The one time. The one time I figured, oh yeah, I presumably should, use some ammo, otherwise I'll just die. And lo and behold, that was the way to go. Look, I know, I get it. We can now visit these places, but my priority over here, now I could have presumably found access there and so on. My idea is to go right here, right now, over to, you know, back out of the Marrow and to save. Think it's not an unreasonable demand. I'll also be able to drink some coffee, put that on a cooldown. And the next step is obviously going to be to visit each one of those places I've just unlocked and collect all the items that lie within. The items within. The goods within. Through here. Alright, this is the first place we'll check. You're not the fallen operative, are you? No. But he's right through... What? He's presumably downstairs. My map isn't exactly three-dimensional, is it? Weapon parts. There are advantages to being thorough. Alright. Inaccessible. So that's that. There's the part downstairs. There's the part through here. And then there's our destination. I think I'll get through all but the destination before I proceed. Before I proceed. What am I even saying? No, before I elect to save again. After which point I'll actually proceed. Learned my lesson. It's not the best of ideas to just refuse to save. Throw caution to the wind. Is this accessible? No, this little vault is inaccessible. The research wing entrance. Can't go there. More harpoon bolts. Conserve ammo. Yeah, right. No. Conserving ammo is not the point. You need to collect resources and then craft. That's what you need to do. You need to make use of what you're given. Conserve ammo. It's not like the... It's not like there are people though who will conserve ammo more than I don't know. Presumably there are. Presumably there are. Alright, this is a... Oh, this seems to be a dead end. It's not marked as such, not clearly. So maybe we'll be able to make our way at some point. I don't know. I kinda don't feel like saving. There are 0 threats out there. So redoing this should be fairly trivial. And the trek necessary to save at this juncture is too great. So let's not save. Should be able to make it. Besides, there are so many convenience features in this game. You do have checkpoints, so if you actually die... If you actually die, you get respawned at a checkpoint, the last checkpoint. Not that it's exactly your save. So it's not that bad. And if you manage to get out of a sticky situation, well then hey, you did get out of it, and if you had to use some resources, so be it. That makes the game more exciting. So really, extremely rarely do you actually absolutely have to reload a long distance back. Just do your best and most of the time you'll be fine, I think. Danger, keep out. Yeah, classic. There's the fallen operative there. Are we slowly making our way towards the safe house? Because I think we are. This is our destination over here at B2, but that's so far away. This BS presumably is accessible only from the other side. Yeah, presumably far off into the future we'll actually get the opportunity to connect these places. Marrow Access Tunnel Central. The Marrow Access Tunnel Central. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, certain areas are designated for certain purposes, and then you have this central area designated for the purpose of connecting all the other areas.
Jesus, the smell.
Also, this is where we get the checkpoint. What if something jumps out at me? What if something lives in the sewers? Something usually lives in the sewers. Oh, we'll have to descend into the filth, won't we? Don't we always? Whatever you do, Sebastian, don't pull that thing quite yet. Tell you what. You probably presume that it lowers this. But do you actually know that? Access tunnels. You could have designed literally anything. It's a software simulation, and you went with this? Fine, pull it. What happens? Does it go down? Not exactly. Now, we want that down, but... yeah, this looks vaguely familiar, but not appealing by any stretch of the imagination. Yes, there's a relatively thinned out layer of filth down there. Great. Let's go down the ladder. And acclimate ourselves to it, I guess. This is too shallow to... Those are my footsteps. Let's not forget the invisible foes. First shot, he got upset. Second shot, he lost his head. Two units of gunpowder and 2 more units of gunpowder. I wasted 5 shots on these guys, which is a whopping total of 15 units of gunpowder if you want to count it that way. Did something get up out there? Shotgun shells. Good. Remember the good old days when I didn't have enough storage space to house all the ammo I had? Those were the days. Of course this is inaccessible, but I wanted to check. Alright. It's a good strategy in principle, I think, to keep the shotgun whipped out in case something jumps out at me. Out of nowhere. But if not, then I can always switch to my pistol on the fly. But as a safety measure, I'll have the shotgun equipped for close encounters. Makes perfect logical sense. The push keg would also help, I guess, but actually they can work in conjunction. Shotgun shell... Well, a shotgun blast, I guess. Into a push kick. into a stump, possibly. Right, lower this. Convenient. Can I raise the filth level again? Alright, so these are the access tunnels. And through the access tunnels I get to what? Ops again? Is this ops again? No, these are the access tunnels, right? Not in operations anymore, am I? I can't go through the... What is that even supposed to be? Sebastian, can you equip your mask, please? We are about flammable. You know, when he said gas leak... Oh, this is gonna...
This is the dreaded gas leak, huh?
Yeah, equip your mask. Look, if it's say, I don't know, could be methane, could be anything, it's a simulation, but in the end, if that's actually explosive, oh boy. Are we gonna have
Thanks, O'Neill. I'd never make it through without this thing.
Oh, great! Do I go out there and save? It's tempting. I'm gonna do it. I mean, who's to stop me? You're not gonna stop me. You can play the entire game in first person mode. Not that you ought to. It's optional, but it's a nice effect over here. Oh yeah, you put on that mask, you enter first person mode, and you know you can't really shoot because everything's gonna blow up. Here's my checkpoint.
It's like a maze in here.
Yeah, you have been warned. All right. You're in the access tunnels. You are here, I presume? So, once you go through here, that place opens up and you're given 4 routes effectively. A route to the left which leads Logos knows where. Although that sounds quite promising considering the fact that there's a safe house right there in the Morrows, and I would like a safe house in the Morrows. In the Morrow, I guess. There's a path forward to the left, a path forward to the right, and then there's a path to the stairway. Now the stairway is over there to the far right. It spits you out someplace, I guess. There's the storage vault, the storage unit over here, I guess. I have a rough idea of what this looks like. A very rough idea.
Damn. That means I can't rely on my firearms.
Boy, there are a couple of gamers out there who desperately need this warning, and a couple of times too. Don't shoot, it's gonna blow up. Yeah, some people figured that one out earlier than others, I guess. No flammable liquids or combustible also allowed in this area. Yeah. But if it's because of the gas leak, why would you get the warning? Here's the best part, by the way. I've invested basically everything in stealth. Or rather, everything I could have gotten out of stealth I did get. I have 10 out of 10 in stealth. So if I want to stealth this, I'm gonna be able to stealth it. Now if it's the ninth lady, and when I say knife, I mean knife, then I can take her out in 2 stabs. I can see through the box. Well, that was so pathetic. They only let me do that because it's a difficult section. I can feel it. Ordinarily, I should have been spotted from a mile away, but I didn't get spotted. Not because I didn't deserve to, but because, once again, small mercies. Still. In principle, this shouldn't have happened. In principle, I should have failed by now. But I didn't. So no, I'm just fine. Anything else over here? I just see this bottle. I'm just flashing this because I'm feeling lucky. You know, in principle, presumably you shouldn't flash anything because then you're revealing your presence. So I can head downstairs through here. Or I can go into whatever this is. Some sort of a huge hulking pipe. Like a bloody Super Mario. Well, this leads nowhere. It's a first-person stealth section. I'll manage. Now, if there are these beasties you have to slash twice to take out, that's going to be a smidgen more difficult. But other than that, I should be able to manage. I got another checkpoint. Yeah, because presumably you don't have to use stealth to deal with basically every single problem, what though? Is it one of the flat ones? No. They snarl. It's probably one of those ladies you need to backstab twice. In case you yeah, in case you hadn't tried that before, well, this is what you find out, presumably. So the smartest way to go about this is to just not engage in the first place. The next smartest way to go about this is to stab, then disengage, then find her again and stab her again. Which presumably is what I'll elect to do. Okay, so here is the map. Where do you wish to go? We need to round the corner, go through here. Then go through the... Because all of these paths are cut off. We can't go through the... So the only way through is right there. Presumably this is where the gas ends and where the first person section ends. Though I can't be sure, of course.
Electric lock. Damn. Well, gotta follow the trail.
So you're telling me, oh right, of course, you need to go through, oh great. So guess what, we'll be coming back. All the more reason to clear her out. I think this door we're next to, is the path over there to the north, to the city hall. Unless and until we manage to disable this, we'll not be getting to the city hall. So the detour is mandatory. Right. Enough stalling. They are so loud. Oh no. I should recognize that by now, but I didn't. You need to backstab them twice too. But you can do it if you're good enough. I'm going to retreat. Going to go back the same way I came here. Once I deal with that monster. But I will deal with that monster. You know, I'm fairly confident a sane person in my shoes would not have gone for the kill. But I've got that killer instinct, you know. Use the sense of hearing. Hearing rather than seeing. Use your ears, not your eyes. It needs to head on back to the right. It's heading back to the right. I need to retreat the first time around. Remember, it doesn't work the first time around, so this is something I know is gonna happen. It's not gonna make its way all the way here. They usually give up their chase relatively soon. I presumably should use the bottles, you know, to distract them and draw their attention. To different areas. Alright, I'm going to follow the same pattern as usual. I know this is inefficient, takes a while, and I could hypothetically use the bottle, but it's what I'm used to. It's on a set path, it's gonna come through here, then turn around. Once it does that, I'm following it back to the hallway, backstabbing. I'm gonna get plenty of goo out of that operation. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's do that, why not? Just clip into the wall and see through it. My, that's an ugly texture, isn't it? I mean, look at this. It's pathetic. Now, the wall over there is reasonably nice. I believe the individual bricks are also bump mapping, so that's fine. But still, up close, skunk looks pathetic. And no, you can't exactly say, oh, you know, it's an old game, you gotta cut it some slack. No, this is a relatively modern game. We're not dealing with ancient history over here. So no, cutting no slack whatsoever. No slack has been cut. Will it just face one direction? Is it just gonna stand in the corner, thinking about what it has done? I think it is, yes. Dissolve. $1.5K. Nice. Very nice indeed. All right, this is what... Wait, what? So that means I can't go through the... That takes away all of my glory. Wait, hold on. You are kidding me. Okay, no, this loops back. You go back into a previous area, I guess. What about the other one marked in red? Can you go through the... No, this isn't accessible. I don't think I want to go there. Well, I'm doing it anyway, apparently. Yeah, I shouldn't take away my own agency, I guess. I can always retreat. Should anything happen, I can always retreat. Oh, you. Thought you could hide from me, didn't you? Yoink. But see, this is what happened. And they even dropped this guy. They even dropped this guy over here. Did that dissuade me? No. Well, it almost did. But it didn't. Not quite. I still went there and I got that key. Because I persisted like that. Although, of course, one part I do find somewhat discouraging is the fact that this was kind of planned. Now, I guess you don't necessarily have to go for the stealth kill. You can hide behind all those boxes. Look at the way they are set up. You can absolutely sneak your way past that. Or, worst case scenario, you get spotted, you run in a blind panic. That also presumably is a way for you to resolve this. However, it's not as glorious as if I had made the choice to go out of my way entirely to go through this area. Yeah, but still. Now that I've realized that it wasn't completely mandatory for me to backstab, I guess it's not that bad. Yeah, you might want to flip all the switches, you know, make as many sparks as you possibly can, Sebastian. I think that is a priority over here. Three, two, fall, and 5.
Hopefully that did something.
Yeah, it opened the door. I hope it was just the one. Look, if that snarly thing has been released, then I'm doomed. Now, hopefully this place stinks to high No, it's probably gonna be able to trace my scent. Although, there's a grate though, so it presumably can't get to me. Okay, here's something... It's past here. If I go past that grate, it breaks, and that thing jumps out at me, well, my plan is to run through the door, lock the door, and never go through this area again. If not, then well, no harm, no foul, no anything really. That doesn't look like a bottle. That's a pipe. Nice. You gotta pay attention to all of those things. Sometimes it's a pipe. Sometimes a pipe is just a pipe. Oh, please, no gas.
Thank God. That mask smelled terrible.
Yeah, you should have smelled the gas. Oh, wait, you shouldn't have. Comms.
Hello? Can you hear me? It's Watkins. Watkins? What's going on? The collapse is happening faster than we predicted. And now it's affecting the marrow, too.
No!
Things are trying to breach. You gotta help me.
I can't. The collapse caused a gas leak in the access tunnels, and I left my respirator on the APC. Can't you send a team through the tunnels with a respirator for me?
Sorry. We can't risk the personnel just to help you.
I'm going to risk the personnel to help you. Unless you're dead. Sorry, can't acquire the healing. Yeah, because I tend not to heal in the field. Because I keep on compulsively returning. Save. The resonance point is right there. I'm gonna help that guy anyway. Well, what about the safe house? I was so baited into this entire... Why? There is one right there, allegedly. Never been... I don't... This rate, I might never go there. It's never, not anytime soon. Expansion and data goals to all operatives from Operative Pilgrim. We're getting expansion and data goals. With the success of the new recruitment drive, we are nearing our data goals. Each citizen of Union adds 100 exabytes to STEM storage and processing ability. You're using them as computers? Wow. They're using them as... Yes, they're using them as neural networks and stuff. Interesting, fascinating, incredible. So I guess essentially they're making them think less, so they can, you know, store data, perform operations. Incredible. That's questionable though. They're building a data center from people. Each citizen of Union adds 100 exabytes to STEM storage and processing ability. 2 million exabytes of storage are needed to activate the wireless STEM. It's quite a few people. Given projected growth, we should reach that goal within a matter of months. Wireless STEM. Because you need the storage and the processing ability. Oh, really? A wireless STEM will... Oh, no. A wireless STEM will eliminate the need for costly STEM pods and aid us in our goal. Phase 2, total STEM immersion for the general populace. Now this is questionable, because then you're essentially affecting people with mind control. You have your cluster, your central cluster, that willingly joined, and then you're turning on the wireless version and essentially reaping all the souls. I don't know. Besides, this is so dangerous. And Ruvik, of course. Let's not forget Ruvik. The Unity cerebral chips will serve to mark and protect Mobius operatives from the Phase 2 signal, which will be sent out via STEM's wireless transmitters to all corners of the planet. Chips. Interesting. Okay. So basically total mind control, except of course for Mobius operatives, who will be the only people actually being able to maintain their mental faculties. The only... Yeah, the only people conscious of what's going on. The only people who will ever know. How do I feel about the quaint little town hypothesis? How do I feel about the neatness of this project now? well, I am rather disappointed and I find this deplorable. But the quaint little town experiment I find nice. And I get it that it was to be expected that one leads to the other, but I don't want to jump to conclusions, you know. I don't want to figure, oh, well, obviously all of this has to be evil. It doesn't. It is, but it didn't have to be. Okay, so I am here. Then we go through the, and there's the path over the. Elevator stands fire, shut off. Gas shut off, water shut off. Roll-up doors. So that's what they're called, roll-up doors. I call them shutters most of the time, but fair enough. Okay, so over here there's a fire alarm, I guess. A fire alarm. Will it go off? One would hope not, because there's no fire, but you never know. You never know. So stairs over there. There's something up there. Fire extinguisher? There's this. How do you get across? Can you? There's this entire leg of the operation, and then there's this northeastern part. I think we may be limited to the northeastern part. Will we be? I don't know. I would like to go to the safe room. Quite frankly, I would love to save. I would love all sorts of things, but who cares? Who cares about my wants and needs? Through here to the operative, but no, I'm going to go upstairs through here, clearly. Best use of my time and resources. Well, I don't hear moaning. Which, as you know, is a good sign. It's pretty much always a good sign. No moaning, great. I was wondering whether it automatically switches to explosive bolts, because I guess I wanted to know whether I've messed up incredibly severely or not. And I did. Yes, I did. I just used that single explosive bolt, rather, at that particular point in time, by accident. Oh, here I have another harpoon bolt. Why not? Can't have too many harpoon bolts now, can ya? Well, you actually can. You absolutely can. This is a very weird pile of trash. I don't like it. No, it's so gaudy and cold. I don't like this pile of trash. I'm so fixated on it. I don't know why, but I really don't like it. Yeesh. It just stands out. It seems like it should be something, but it's nothing. It's just trash. Wait, what does the communicator indicate? My distance to the selected signal, I think. Well, that's handy. Can just keep an eye on Sebastian's ass, and then I'll have a clue as to how far I am from my destination. Now, of course, the guy may long since have died, and presumably he did, but hey. I'm sorry.
I can't. The collapse caused a gas leak back.
Now listen. There's the path through here, and I will.
I can't. The collapse caused a gas leak.
You know why I did that? You presumably know why I did that. Because in any given sort of scenario like this, you really want to know your exits. Makes perfect logical sense. Makes sense on an airplane, makes sense in a survival video game, in a survival horror video game. If something may go south, which it almost always can, know where to run to, because most of the time, if you can't deal with it on the spot, or don't want to deal with it on the spot, you want to run and hide. Or at least one of those. So you need to know where to run to. Where do I run to? To the vent. Can I pick any direction? No, because on one side the vent is unfortunately closed, inaccessible. Now I can only view this little sequence if I walk up to it through here. Can't view it from the vent, but that's okay. If something horrible happens, I'm going into the vent.
I can't.
They're tugging at my heartstrings. They know, right? Obviously. Obviously, you find something like this, you're going to investigate. How heartless are you? You want to know what happened to the guy. You'd like to help him. Well, will that end poorly? We're about to find out.
Can't. The collapse caused a gas leak in the access tunnels, and I left my respirator on the APC. Can you team through the tunnels with a respirator for me?
Hello? Can you hear me? It's Watkins.
Watkins, what's going on?
The collapse is happening faster than we predicted. And now it's affecting the marrow, too. Those things are trying to breach. You gotta help me.
We're secure on this side. Get over here.
I can't. The collapse caused a gas leak in the access tunnels, and I left my respirator on the APC. Can't you send a team through the tunnels with a respirator for me?
Sorry. We can't risk the personnel just to help you.
Fuck you guys then.
I'm sorry, Watkins. I understand the decision, though. They will all safe on the other side. Rats are running out of this? I guess this is just supposed to direct me inside, but... What's happening, little buddy? Look, maybe the threat is on the other side, and I'm supposed to run out of this. Now, I could hypothetically go and corner myself, but I guess I'm running all the way back. Yeah, into the gas? That's not a pleasant idea. Look, I'm almost out. Of course I'm almost out. The hell was that? City Hall access, West access tunnels. I know where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, and I know that we can't go through here. Something gonna... No. I mean, if I... Look, I see the roll-up doors, as they call them, I guess, which is a term I might possibly use in the future. And I think to myself, what could possibly go wrong here? Well, something could possibly punch its way through them. Like the Tyrant in Resident Evil. Best I can come up with is that multi-headed monstrosity. Or maybe its ghastly visage is gonna phase through that. Either way, that would make me run to my destination. I'm prepared for a loud noise, and I'm ready to run.
Here it is. My way back into Union.
Okay, don't let your guard down. Do not assume everything is safe. You don't know that. Although I think I've made it. No. All right, we're going. It's kind of ludicrous that Watkins was almost there. He was a room away, essentially. He was so close, but he didn't make it. Paul Watkins. All right, Union City Hall. On the other side, I have no idea what's on the other side. I've never been there.
Another beautiful day. I can't remember the last time it was overcast or too cold. Always feels just right.
Wow. A citizen indeed. Completely detached from the reality of the situation. This is a safe house. Oh yes. Oh yes it is. A save point over there. A safe house over here. And a resonance point right here. Alright, first order of business. Save on up. Alright, now let's explore this details a bit. We're not going upstairs quite yet. I could have a coffee, but I'm fine. Oh. I love this. Red gel. Anything else other than the mirror? I should report to Kidman, quite possibly. But yes, the mirror is right here. Nothing to report to Kidman. How much green gel do I have? Over 4k. Was there anything I could get? That required 3k or 4k. I think it was 3k then red gel. I think it was a mine upgrade.
Stop meeting like this, Detective.
Can we actually talk?
This place is ill. It's in critical condition. The infection has spread beneath the surface and into the muscles and bones.
The marrow.
Only the veins remain to connect the failing extremities. And even those aren't immune. It seems, however, that you have no interest in healing this place. Your only interest is getting your hands on the cure. So be it. I am here to help you with whatever you decide to do.
I mean, she is a figment of my imagination. Yeah, and to an extent she might be the voice of my conscience over here. She's effectively said, yeah, basically the place is falling apart. The only way through is through the marrow. And it seems like you don't even want to fix this place. You just want to save your daughter. Should I... Look, I don't necessarily have to restore this place. But I should save the people over here.
How am I ever going?
It's the right thing to do. After fighting my way through the access towns, I finally reached the other side. The town hall should be right there within it, so we hope. The mysterious artist and his unwilling companion, the Call. To watch me brave the municipal building, watch the next part of my playthrough of The Evil Within 2. Thanks for watching so far, and you will see me elsewhere.